Hello, it's John Heaton, and I'm today going to talk about the news of the upcoming All Things Must Pass George Harrison 50th anniversary release. So details came out, I think it was like midnight on Tuesday, and then got taken down very quickly within an hour or so from the official George Harrison site. So that got people panicking a bit, because the main focus initially was this cost of this Uber Super Deluxe package, which was priced at $999. But they've now released the official information on the official website, and I'm glad to say that there are cheaper versions available, including, there's a version, well, let me go through the versions which are going to be available. There's a 2 CD basic edition with just the album, £17, $20. There's a 3 CD package with just the album on 2 CDs plus 1 CD of outtakes, 17 tracks I think, and that's £23 or $25. And then, but if you want all of the outtakes, all of the extra material, unfortunately the price goes up to £113, $150, which is a bit of a jump, because if you do a pro rata price for 3 CD, £23, 5 CD shouldn't be more than £35, £40. So it's a bit disappointing that there's a huge jump, but this is the way things are recently with box sets, I'm afraid. If I compare it to, say, this album, which came out a few years ago now as a repackaged 3 CD set, the Fleetwood Mac Tusk album from 1979. There's the original album on disc 1, double album by the way, which is basically what All Things Must Pass is if you ignore the jams. And then on disc 2 outtakes, disc 3 outtakes. And it was pretty reasonably priced. And I could quote you several other examples from a few years ago when, CDs, repackaged CDs, well, this is another example, Rumours. Again, 3 CD package, 2 discs of outtakes, live material, very, very reasonably priced. Nowadays, if you want to get all of the bonus material, you have to fork out for a box, and the price of these boxes has gone through the roof in recent years. There was a time when the deluxe box was reasonably priced. This was McCartney's first deluxe archive edition from 2010 or around that period, and I paid something like £30 or £35 for it, and it's just beautiful, and it's got all the extras and the pictures of the single sleeves, and similar with Venus and Mars and Speed of Sound. I actually got these reduced because the shop they were stocked in was not shifting them, so they reduced the price, half price actually. So I paid £25 for each of those, which was a bargain, but even the full price was 50 or 60 quid. So those were the good old days, and if you want to go back to the real good old days, this is a box set from 1990, the 20th anniversary of Layla, and it's got 3 CDs in, a nice booklet and some sheet music with the guitar chords and notations and stuff, and that was very reasonably priced, I seem to remember. Don't have it here to show you, but the Dylan bootleg series 1 to 3 was similarly well priced. It was 3 CDs and a nice booklet. These days, the prices, as I say, they started off reasonably, and then with Red Rose Speedway Wings, that was over £200. And then Flaming Pie, the same, and now I'm afraid the deluxe set. So before I get to the deluxe set, there's a 3 LP, just the standard 3 LP coming out, and that's priced at £63, which is not too bad compared to some of the prices for modern vinyl. But if you take into account that the 3rd disc is just jams, it's still quite pricey. And then there's a kind of marble coloured vinyl for just not a bit more than that, £67. Notice the prices in dollars are a bit cheaper because of the exchange rate or something. And certainly a lot cheaper than the euro prices quoted on the George Harrison site, which are really almost as high as the dollars, and a lot higher than the pounds. So there's a 5 LP set for £85, And then I think there's an 8 LP set. I forget the price, I didn't write it down, but it's about $200, 170 quid, something like that, where you could get all of the material. But, you know, it's a lot of money to pay for what, after all, will be free on Spotify if you're subscribed to Spotify or one of those online music channels. That you can pick up all of the material without paying any extra, and that's probably what I'm going to do. But the deluxe package is something I'm not going to get upset about. I'm just going to pass on it. And whilst I think it is ludicrous, yes. Overpriced, yes. Would I like to have it? Yes. Would I like the figurines of George and the Gnomes to be released separately? Probably. Am I that fussed about it? Not really. I just think it's a bit... Unfortunately, I think they priced it up in the clouds so that no one can afford it. Even the avid collectors are going to think twice before forking out that kind of money. At least, and maybe George's millionaire friends, you know, Olivia and Danny's millionaire friends will pay the money for it. But this unfortunately reminds me of, this deluxe set reminds me of the I Me Mine book, which came out in 1980, with his song lyrics beautifully reproduced on leather-bound, in a leather-bound book with beautiful paper and all the rest of it. But £148, none of the fans could afford it. Eventually he did release a kind of cheaper version in 1982, which I have, and then it's come out relatively recently as a kind of nice looking book at a reasonable price. But £148 was ridiculous at the time, but the only thing in its defense is when you paid that money, you did get a George Harrison autograph, because he signed every copy. Whereas this deluxe set, did I mention the price? Sorry, £860 or $999, 999 euros, I noticed as well. And so it's got 8 LPs, 5 CDs, the Blu-ray, 2 books, a bookmark taken from a tree which was felled in Friar Park, some Hare Krishna beads, and a book about Hare Krishna. So there's a lot of stuff in there, but is it worth anything near that money? No, of course it isn't. Well, not for me anyway. Each to his own. If you want to fork out that kind of money for it, it's up to you. But I already have 5 copies of All Things Must Pass on vinyl in this household, if I count me and my kids. I've bought 3 copies of the CD over the years. So I think I've spent enough money on All Things Must Pass. I think I'm probably just going to pick up the double CD with the remastered, because I am, as Dave Costello said, that is the main thing we're all really looking forward to, as a despectrized version of the album, to see whether it's going to improve or not, as the case may be. And I think some tracks are, and some tracks may not be improved. One, the jury is out, and one is going to become clear on the 6th of August of this year. So it's going to be a busy late summer, because we've got that coming out on the 6th of August in all its formats, and then let it be the film and the box set of that. I'm hoping that's not going to be priced up in the clouds, but we'll see about that. So that was the news about George's All Things Must Pass, first solo album, 50th anniversary release. It's exciting stuff. I think there's probably enough versions for you to choose which one you want to go with. As I say, I'll probably just go for one of the cheaper versions. I don't think I'm going to fork out 113 quid for the 5 CD, and I don't need the Blu-ray. So, but it's horses for courses. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.